Hey everyone, welcome back to Tips and Tricks Part 4. If you haven't seen 1 all the way to 3, I would suggest you watch that before watching this. Now, this Part 4 of course is due to the fact that we do have an update, and this update consists of 1 vehicle and 2 new maps. So what exactly does this bring? So we have the snowmobile, which you can get for 1 million, and the Arctic for 800,000, and the forest map again for 850,000. So you get 2 maps in 1 vehicle. So what's the best thing to do? The best thing obviously is to unlock the maps and get those extra bonuses. You know, the money pools you get when you get to the bonus. Now, the snowmobile is the vehicle for the Arctic cave. Upgrading the snowmobile and buying both the maps got me from 26 million that I had down to around 13.1 million. So it'll cost you quite a bit, the snowmobile that is, to upgrade. The maps aren't really that expensive. Now for the Arctic cave, the 1138 meter point, that point on the cave is pretty much impassable, so you really do need the snowmobile to pass that point. Now, which brings me to another point. The snowmobile does seem to have a better grip in relation to the rally car and the race car, which I did test out on the same point. So overall, the snowmobile also has the downforce upgrade, and it does seem to be better than the rally car. Of course, it doesn't have such a good protection around the driver as the rally car does, but it does have better grip, and of course the back end of the snowmobile is a little bit longer, so that does give you a little bit leeway of hopefully protecting your guy when you're going to be using the snowmobile. So in case you're having troubles going up a hill on any other map, you can pretty much try the snowmobile out, and that thing should get you ahead. Now for the Arctic cave as well, to keep in mind is you do have the sort of what do you call them? I did forget the name, the actual name for it. Those little spikes coming down from the ceiling, the icicles, that's it, the icicles. If you hit the icicles with your snowmobile or the actual guy that you have on the bike with his head, don't worry, you won't snap his actual neck, you'll just break the icicles, so don't worry about that. And sometimes a good thing to keep in mind is the icicles are placed on certain points at the top of the curve. So when you're, you know, speeding up the hill, or speeding up the sort of speeding up the hill, and at the top of the hill you do have icicles, you don't have to worry about snapping the guy's neck, because pretty much the icicles will slow him down. You know, so that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if it was that was intended to do that, but yeah, the icicles don't snap his neck. You know, it doesn't matter how fast you smash into them, he's all good. So that's something to keep in mind. And I presume they did that because I guess you wouldn't get really far at all in terms of playing the Arctic, which brings me of course to another point, that the Arctic and the forest, it is a really hard map this time, especially the forest, to get very far in it. That you're watching now, I could have got further, as you'll see, but I did get pretty far the way it was going, so it's a pretty hard map to keep in mind. And now of course the map you're watching is the forest, and finally you have a good reason to actually upgrade your tank. Before it was just a massive money sink for no reason whatsoever, but this time the actual tank does come in handy. This time you can actually use this multi-million-dollar vehicle, since you spend half a fortune getting this damn thing, to actually do something useful. The tank, of course, due to its weight, will pretty much mow over most of the actual trees, which does bring me to another point. I'm not sure, but I do have a feeling that trees do get a little bit stronger as you progress. They get a little bit more harder to push, like make him kneel over or keel over, make him snap, whatever. So I don't know if it's just me. I don't know. I think it just might be my feel, but I do have a feeling that the trees do get a little bit stronger as you progress. They don't break that easily as you progress further on. So that's something to keep in mind in terms of playing the forest map. Now another thing, as you see here, I'm just if you can't go past a section, it's good to, you can say, lawn the grass, in this sense, lawn the actual trees. So I pretty much mop up the trees, and then I give it another go again, back up as much as possible and floor it, and that pretty much lets me go over a couple of things. Of course, a little bit of you can say control intuition does get you far. Now this is it in terms of part 4. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys around. Don't forget to leave your comments down below. Of course, share it, like it, love it, and happy gaming. Take care. Freak! Just missed it.